What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. It's me. It's your boy. I can't do that. There's so much. What is up, everybody? We are back. If you are joining in for the second video, I certainly do appreciate everybody for stopping by. And if you are new here, my name is Blake. This is Dad Mode Trading Co. And we're going to dive right into another video. This video that I'm going to bring you guys are diving into my collection, the foundation, the baseline, all that fun stuff. So it's not going to be anything too extravagant, too crazy. Like I mentioned in the previous video, you know, I am a budget collector, so it's not going to be anything too high value, but I'm going to bring it to you guys, show you guys kind of where we're starting out, what we're flipping, what we're doing, give you guys a little bit of a rundown that I've got going on right now, but we'll get right into that here in just a moment. Alrighty. We will give this a bit of a go. It's not going to be perfect. I don't have a desk set up right this very second that I've got cleared off in space to just kind of set up a camera and show off some cards and whatnot. So yes, scuffed. I'm doing it on the floor. It is what it is. Get over it. Here we go. This binder right here is the start of my collection and my Pokemon journey. Don't mind all of the pages or the slots that are missing at the moment. I have sold off some cards and kind of traded some in, but this right here is going to be a mixture of cards that I have not only bought, but cards that I have physically pulled, like this Lapras. I've pulled this Morty's Conviction. Great card, phenomenal card. That card has skyrocketed in value, obviously because of the Gengar that's on there, if you can see, but anyways, I pulled this Briar, I bought this Medicham and the Lugia as well. So, I mean, I'll just kind of flip through here a little bit quickly. This page right here, I've pulled majority of these cards out of this. This page right here is my Scizor page, obviously. If you can't tell what my favorite Pokemon is, there you go, Scizor. Flygon is in here as well, big Flygon fan. We'll slide this over so y'all can kind of see, but I'm just kind of gonna go through this a little bit quick, but there's not a whole lot in the Pokemon binder anymore. A couple Charizards down here. It's some fun stuff, but go through this a little bit quick for you guys because this isn't the main attraction by any means, but this is definitely where I got my start. Just some cards that I've collected over the years. Flip through this just so you can at least get an idea of what I've got. Like I said, foundation, baseline wise, all that fun stuff. So from here on, it gets pretty slim pickings with some of the cards that I've got in here. I've sold off quite a few over the last little bit, but there are cards kind of mixed in here and there. And we'll get back here to this page right here, and that'll be it. Some older cards, older stuff. Nothing vintage, nothing too crazy, but that was the start of my journey. This was the very first slab that I had ever bought. I don't know if I'll ever sell this, to be quite honest with you. I always thought this was a super cool card. One of the first slabs, sentimental, not worth a whole lot, probably won't sell it. Product-wise, I do have a couple of sealed boxes. I may rip eventually, but I'm not too sure. I got this Journey Together box off of a Whatnot stream for pretty cheap. I think I won it in a spin or something like that. Wasn't anything too crazy. Held on to it. I've got a Destined Rivals ETB as well that I had one. Oh my God, that's how you can tell that I've had that for a while. Wipe all that dust off of there. Anyways, I've had this Destined Rivals ETB for quite a while. Same thing with that one. I got that off of a Whatnot stream quite a ways back. Held on to it. Don't know if I'll ever get rid of it. This right here is a Perfect Order ETB. I picked this up retail. This was one of the first and very few finds Pokemon wise out in the wild. I found this at Walmart. I got that. I can't remember what I paid for it back whenever it was brand new, probably 60 bucks or whatever it was retail. I will definitely be ripping this in the near future. This is a Select 25 Football Blaster. We'll be ripping that. Probably a Zebra in there, probably not, who knows. Anyways, let me pull out some more stuff. Be right back. Alrighty, a little bit more Pokemon stuff and then I will switch into some football. So I've got, again, this is just gonna be quite a bit of cheaper, lower end items that I had purchased either on like bulk sales and was going to flip on eBay. But Pokemon Go, Venusaur, older, Latias with the Fusion Strike stamp. These are sealed from, oh goodness, I think it was an advent calendar from 2025, I think is what that was. But there's a Glaceon sealed with the stamp, all sorts of sealed with the stamp from the winter event. Palkia with the Pokemon Center, the celebration stamp on it. Pulled that card. But again, some lower end items. Need to sell off on most of that stuff. And then I will move into some football. So this is where we get a little scuffed as well. So I had, again, this is not nearly as many cards as I've currently got, but this bin right here is stuff that I have sorted off of this big old bin over here. This was my eBay listings and everything that I was trying to sell on eBay. The good and the bad part about this, and I'll get into this in another video, but there are so many cards in here that the value was pretty incredible if I went through and I sold them all one by one by one by one. However, I'll deal with that later. Probably gonna list that on Facebook Marketplace as a bulk for a higher chunk because that's a lot of time and effort. So anyways, I'm kind of consolidating a little bit, but I'll run through some of this. This is a Best Studies, Nico Collins, CJ Stroud, Isaiah Tesla rookie card. This is a CJ Stroud from Donruss Optic on the silver. Need to wind up selling that. Here's Stargazing of Romadunze. That's a rookie. Kenneth Walker, I need to get rid of this because he is absolutely hype and a menace right now, but this is an Optic silver. Pulled most of these totally certified. These are going to be numbered cards to, where are we here? 249, if you can see that. So 249 on these two reds. Need to get rid of those. Pulled both of those. Josh Allen on the Mighty. I'm not going to go through all of these. Here's Caleb Williams. Malik Neighbors. We've got Drake May. Those are both rookies. Need to wind up selling off those. Some Will Howard rookie. Ashton Genty. I need to sell off on that. CJ Stroud on the contours. All sorts of stuff. So again, most of this is going to be pretty well value items that are going to be, ooh, that's a sick Bo Nix card. I forgot I had that one. He is numbered to, oh, I thought he was numbered. He's just purple. Never mind then. Anyways, this is still a pretty cool Bo Nix rookie purple out of Totally Certified. Here's Drake May on the Franchise Foundations. That one is a sick card as well. But need to sell off on a lot of this stuff. Pretty well value items, couple bucks a piece on most of that. Some of that might be into the $5 or $10 range. Same thing with the rest of this bin. I won't get into all of those, but I at least wanted to kind of give a rundown on what I've got currently. Whole bunch of value cards. I mean, there's probably 300 to 400 cards in that bin. Need to get rid of that stuff. Of course, here's where we kind of get fun as well. So this Zebra, Kamir Dyke, I pulled him. This is his rookie card from Select. It's pretty cool. Pulled that one. I was really hoping this was going to be Cam Ward because if this was, that would have been a $300 or $400 card. Instead, this wonderful, fine specimen got me 30 bucks on a blaster that I paid probably 30 bucks for. So paid off the blaster. Sick card, sick Zebra. Wrong guy. This card right here I got off of a Whatnot stream. This is my prized possession, Bo Nix rookie auto. Unfortunately not an on card, it is sticker, but still a really cool card. Awesome card. Got that, like I said, on a Whatnot stream. This guy right here, Sam Howell on the gold, Totally Certified auto. 10 out of 10 on the print. Wow. Super cool card. Pulled that one as well with one of my buddies. That was awesome. He had actually ripped open the pack and then held the pack in his hands and was like, hey man, you got to take this because I don't want to open this. I know this is a good card. You take it. So that was super awesome. A couple of slabs. These are not great slabs. I'll also get into this into another video. This is a grading company called Iconic. not a fantastic grading company, but anyways, bought them really, really cheap. It is what it is. Here's a Aaron Rodgers, not PSA, Iconic 10, T-Law, rookie, 10. And then I've got a Saquon Barkley on the Action All Pros in a 10 as well. Unfortunately, since it's not PSA or even CGC, it is a cheaper valued card. I've got quite a few other cards too that, like I said, I'm not gonna get super into, but I'll go through a few because I have picked up basketball pretty heavily over the last little while now, and I've gotten pretty big onto basketball cards. So there's a trading card place store near me, a brick and mortar store that does value box Thursdays on the last Thursday of every month. So they'll go through and they'll have a whole bunch of these cards that are like 50 cents. You go in, you pick up a card, it's 50 cents out of these value bins. I went there not too long ago and I pulled a ton of basketball cards out of this thing that are not 50-cent cards, but these are pretty cool. I've been a big LaMelo Ball fan. If you guys watch basketball, you know he just got traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves. That team is going to be pretty scary. He goes right alongside my guy Ant-Man, if I can find Anthony Edwards on the Bomb Squad. Pretty cool card. Like I said, just cards that aren't necessarily worth 50 cents. They're definitely more. Colin Sexton, I won't sell him. I'll keep him. He's one of my guys too. I've watched for quite a while. Karl Anthony Towns, Stephon Castle, stuff like that. So again, just an overview of kind of what I've got going on. It's all a mess right now. I just moved, which I'll explain that too. But alrighty, if you've made it this far, I really do appreciate you guys for sticking around watching while I sorted through all of my cards, showed off the foundation, the baseline. We'll get into some heavier stuff at the next video. Really, really stoked for the don't say journey, bro. We've said journey like 18 times. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is that you're watching this. Till next time, see y'all later.